So I'm going to teach a basic Surya Namaskar or sun salutation. So bring your feet hip width apart and make sure that they are parallel so that your toes are pointing forward. Take a deep inhalation. Keep a very slight micro bend in your legs to engage your thighs. Pressing your feet into the floor, lifting up out of the spine, rolling your shoulders on your back body, and lifting your arms up overhead. Looking between your hands, and with an exhalation, folding forward from the hips. And now bringing your hands down by your sides. Taking another inhalation here. If you can go deeper, this is where you are if you need to. This is stage 1. And if you can do a full forward fold without taking it out in your lower spine and maintaining the curve in your lower spine, you can go all the way down, but still lengthen out of your spine. With an inhalation, if you are deeper, then go ahead and go into a full forward fold, keeping your legs slightly bent to keep them engaged. And exhale, lifting your head, lifting your torso out of your pelvis. Now, pressing your palms back into the floor, or if you need to bend your legs here, bend your legs if you're on blocks, and you're going to step back into downward facing dog. Rolling your shoulders on your back here. I like to do things soft and gentle and a little out of order sometimes and do my own version of things because I like to warm things up here. So this is where I like to really feel my palms pressing into the mat, into whatever surface you're on, to work your shoulder blades on your back. And now your ears should be right next to your biceps. And engaging your hands by pressing them into the floor here. And keeping a slight bend in your knees to really work your hips and lift them up high. It doesn't even matter if you keep the bend in your legs the whole time. As long as you're lifting your hips and you can feel the hips, the rotation of the hips, and feel your shoulder blades on your back body. This is what I really want you to focus on, because this is the most important strengthening of this pose, is to really work your shoulder blades on your back. Now, if you would like to go deeper, you can straighten your legs and try to work your heels to the floor without hyperextending by keeping your thighs engaged. Okay, so I always keep a slight bend in my legs because I took ballet and I tend to hyperextend. A lot of females tend to hyperextend, causing injuries they don't even realize. So, or potential injuries, but just keep working your shoulder blades on your back body here while you lengthen your quads, lengthen the backs of your thighs. And now, come into plank. And if you want to for the first one, let's bring our knees straight down. So you're in a modified plank. Rolling your shoulder blades onto your back body here. Really feeling them here. Taking an inhalation. And see how I tend to dump in my spine here because I have very flexible hips, like a lot of females do, a lot of people do. So now work on lifting your abdomen and keeping your core engaged, working the shoulder blades on your back body by keeping a slight bend in your elbows to do that. Breathing and lengthening down to chaturanga. Now staying here, this is chaturanga, okay? Chaturanga is not lowering yourself to the floor. Now, bring your pelvis to the floor. Lengthen out in Bhujangasana. So you're really pushing your hands into the floor, keeping a slight bend in your elbows to really engage and work your shoulders back to lift your chest forward by pulling your hands back and pulling your chest forward. Keeping your head nice and your neck engaged so your legs looking up slightly. And with an inhalation, plug your feet back into the floor to lift back up into down dog. Working your shoulder blades on your back body here. And now, look between your hands and step. However you need to do that, nice and slow. Step between your hands. And now, feet are hip width apart again. Rolling your shoulders on your back body. lengthening out of your spine. And then again, if you need to be on a block, this is where you are to keep that lower spine engaged. Never rounding the back like this. We do not want to be hunchbacks, so this is not what I want you to ever do. This is bad. So that's why I say use a block if you need to lengthen out of your spine. Inhale, and bring your hands back down to the floor, dropping your neck to let it hang a little bit. Of course, only if you can do this. If you are on a block, you cannot do this. And inhale, lifting up, looking between your palms, and exhale your arms back down. Rolling your shoulders back onto your back body, standing in Tadasana. And that was my version of a very detailed Surya Namaskar.
Beautiful.
Thank you.